Hello, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just joining us, this is Let's Talk with Abby, aka Conversations Unspoken, and I am your host, Zion Abigail. Welcome.
Would you like a receipt?
Yeah, before we even get into the gist, I thought we said we don't have money in Nigeria. Like, people are always like, anywhere you turn, like, there is no money, my dear. Like, we didn't have. And you're like, by the time you turn to this person, please, can you help me with it? Like, Kosovo, there's no money on ground. They're doing around for money. And I'm like, okay. But every week, like, I thought you have been busy. We've been hosting weddings back to back to back to back to back. People are doing wedding. And when you see the wedding, by the time you see wedding, this wedding, it didn't be the 500,000 naira wedding. So by the time you're saying, when you ask, oh, how much is your budget? You're hearing, oh, our budget is 5M. And you're like, 5M for wedding. For wedding, 5M. And then you still say, these people say they don't have money. I don't understand. Is it that we are hiding money somewhere in this maybe there is a plug that we don't know about, maybe something where people should help me to like give me, cut soap now, like cut soap for us now. Like I don't understand. Like why? Anyways, I feel like when it comes to those kind of things, they have prepared. They must have had savings. They must have had things that for that particular time, they're like, 2023, I'm getting married. So, and besides, they will have a very, very good source of income, of livelihood. So, it's just a joke, anyways. It's just a joke, but it still baffles me that. Anyways, I do not take you guys for granted. I say the amazing subscribers that we have. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for showing me this kind of small love. I love it. Thank you for dropping your comments. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, for your views. Thank you so much. I do not take you for granted. I appreciate. Anyways, I have been postponing. I promised that we'll be having our talks or dropping videos or content every week, but I think we are 1 week behind schedule or 2 weeks behind schedule, and it's due to the fact that I've been so busy. I've been very, very busy. And also don't mind our background. I didn't day in my house. Sorry about those noises. I'm not at home presently, so I'm at a friend's place, and I was like, let me just do this video. Let me just drop this content I have promised. And one thing I've noticed and I've learned from people is that consistency is key. So when you are consistent, like people always take you by your word when you say, I will do this, and then you don't end up doing it. Like people are like, well, she said she would do it now. So that's why I'm like, let me just do it. So yeah, if you're just joining us for the first time, you need to watch our welcome intro video. Is in the it did done, yes. Anyways, yes, you can watch it and just get a little glimpse of what this channel is about, and then you move from there. But anyways, I have premium gist, guys. As you can tell from the title of this thing, I get gist. The gist is hot. It's bonod. Sorry, it dey hot. You don't want to know, but we should get right into it anyway. Okay, so let's get right into it. The gist. I will include it. I think here. If you can pause the video to read it. It's in this place here like this. You can pause the video to read that stuff. About this particular lady, this particular person that is typing this thing was replying to a particular woman and was like, you should not say anything about the fact that something you don't know, that my pastor. And I'm like, after I read it, and prior to this time, I've heard stuffs about people saying, "Oh, my pastor," like they worship their pastors more than they worship their husband. Like they worship God, not even husbands now. Like they worship their pastors. I'm not married, so I cannot tell you anything about this marital stuff. Though, when you are still in the process, like you have to be prepared. So you go for seminars, you read books about marriage and all that. But I'm not into this marriage stuff, so I cannot give a a prompt, or should I say a correct answer. But people will now worship their pastors more than they worship God. Like it's not like their pastors are now like the God himself. Like I don't understand. Like when I read this stuff, I'm thinking in Latin. Like I was like, hmm? Your pastor. Okay, now the it's funny, but wait. So now your pastor's sin now has now become anointed. That the Holy Spirit, so that the Holy Spirit sits on that thing, and then you go there, and then the Holy Spirit impregnates you through your pastor, and you have a husband. Like when I read it, it now brought me to the fact that these things are happening, but people are not bringing it to awareness. Like people are not aware about it. Like you go to that's why the Bible says. See, I will always talk about the Bible because I am a believer. It's not, we're not really talking about, we are not talking about religion here now, like, or Christianity here. I mean, I have heard of issues whereby even affairs to it. I mean, even native doctors, traditionalists to be like, oh, you will sleep with me before you have a child. So this one now is not a matter of this thing, like, but it's more should I say annoying to me because it is my religion. It is Christianity is supposed to be like a lifestyle, not just like when you put it religion and then like I don't know, it does not amount like it's not this thing is confusing my but seriously, like very very serious right now. If you have a husband, you are a married woman as that, why should you have sex with your pastor? I mean, I attend RCCG, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, and before you get married in RCCG, there are several tests that will be run for you and your spouse. Premarital tests. Okay, so they'll be testing blood group, genotype, illnesses, infertility, and all that. So now, when you are not tested like that, maybe that is why it's kind of somehow to me. Because if you go to your pastor and your pastor impregnates you, it automatically means your husband is impotent. Yes. So that means didn't you guys run a test in the first place? But I mean, some people do it and they are like ashamed of it. But this this particular one is scaring me. Like the man was like, oh, she's like trying to tell the person, oh, shush your mouth. You don't know. If you don't know something, don't say it. Like on top of this adultery, pay you adult or adult adulted. On top of this adultery you adulted, you committed, you still get mouth. Wow. Sometimes when I see things like this, I'm like, God, can you just come? Can Jesus just come again and let us just go? Like, why? I mean, okay, yes, there are other instances that you see. I mean, there was at I think last year, there were some prophets that was that were I think they were trending that you're like she has to come, like the woman came naked and she had to climb the altar and the pastor was having intercourse with the woman. on the altar. And I'm wondering, it still brings me to the fact that, wait, what exactly are we doing now? Like, what are we doing? Like, is this a religion now? Is this, if I say I am a Christian and it's my lifestyle, doesn't now mean that with these things that these people are doing, oh, it has become my lifestyle? Because no, I will not do that. Bible says, test all spirits. You don't just, someone like me, I don't just go into any church. Maybe I go visiting, I go somewhere, maybe I'm not my normal home church or where I normally fellowship. I cannot just walk into any church. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying, oh, I'm this holy, holy than thou person or anything, but I cannot just walk into just any church and just go and worship. My spirit will have to like agree for me to move into that particular church to be able to worship. You understand? So now, I don't think I'm not saying that people that fall victims to that kind of things now are they are, maybe they are dumb or stuff. But no. But I feel like because of the kind of relationship I have with God and the kind of relationship I have built with God, He cannot just allow me go into that kind of place. And even if okay, He's pushing me to go, not anybody can lay hands on me. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Not anybody can lay hands on me. You understand? So that is just like, it's more like this particular session is more like a rant. It's more like a rant. I'm like, come on, we are Christians now, or we are religious people. Can't we see the red flags? Are we not seeing it? I mean, okay, let's put aside Christianity. I mean, it happens in mosques too. It happens in it is now left for you when something like that appears or comes up. You don't just keep quiet, or please, you bring it out. I mean, like, okay, now I attend RCCG, like I said. I don't think someone will just come from anywhere and say, oh, Pastor E. Adeboye slept with me, like ask me to come to his office, and RCCG people will believe. Like, will be like, it's not possible. It's because of the way he places himself. Like, it's not pride now. I'm not talking about only him alone, but I'm saying it because he's like my grandfather. He's my grandfather in the Lord. He's my grandfather in the Lord. After my father, Pastor Daniel Olawande, that's my spiritual father. Then normally my own father, my own beloved father, he's also a pastor. So you understand? So he cannot just, even my own father, my dad is a pastor. My dad somebody cannot just come and say, oh, your Pastor Robert is actually slept with me. I'll be like, it's not possible. Because first of all, I know he stands with God. Second of all, he doesn't place himself in that kind of scenario or scenario to be able to bring up all those things. I don't know now if this person is actually chasing clouds. This particular person that wrote this stuff is actually chasing clouds. You know, some people just want to just say something. You know, people, they will just want to shout, talk. Let it just be clear they talked. They shout, their voice came out of the limelight and it was heard. Sorry. You understand? So the person could be chasing cloud, but it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. So how will I put it? Let's be mindful of the kind of places we attend, the kind of churches we just walk into. Oh, my friend, you know, students have that tendency. Oh, they're sharing rice today in our church. Rice. They're sharing rice. We're going to shop rice today in your church, and you will go and carry things that you did not pack more in your body of your soul. I'm sorry, I mean, even if you are trying to still build a relationship with God and all that, please, try to have small dignity. Just small. It shouldn't too plenty. It should small, please, so that you don't carry things that you end up being like, who even send me? You understand? This one is like, oh, My pastor, when this I saw this stuff underneath, I started seeing people like anonymous. My pastor too. Oh. That's what my pastor does. And I'm like, inside the same small Nigeria that we are still managing, people are doing all these ones. If people go to heaven, what will you tell God? What are we going to tell God? Father Abraham, what are we going to tell him? You should think. Please, dark. Please. So should I say the point line here is just that, or the note to take home rather is just that. First of all, number one, be mindful of the kind of churches you attend. It's not all churches that you attend that how do I put it? It's not all churches that you attend, or it's not all spirits backing up any church that is real. So, like as when we were growing up, there used to be like, if you let any person touch your head, they will carry your destiny. You know this kind of stuff, and we are always cautious. We're always cautious of it. So, first of all, please be mindful of whatever place you decide to fellowship. Be very, very, very mindful. That's number one. Number two, if you are into that kind of situation, or you get into a kind of situation whereby your pastor, your papa, your whatever you call them in your place is asking for something like that, please speak up. Please speak up. Speak up. Don't just feel like, it's a normal thing. It's not a normal thing. It's a sin against God. Yes. So don't just keep it to yourself. Don't just keep quiet and be like, and you not be. And the most annoying part is that they will not be feeling like, Papa toast me. Abi you are high. Abi something is doing you. Which one is Papa toast you? And you are a married woman. Either you are married or you are not married, though. Please speak up. Speak up. Tell someone. Speak to somebody about it. Don't just keep quiet and be like, be dying in silence. No. Speak up. Number three, I can say is that if you have spoken up and people are not supporting you, they do not do church for. It's only one church that if you do not go to that church, you cannot go to heaven. Please look for another church, a Bible believing church, and attend. If they are doing something like that in the church, and you feel like, it didn't right with you, please look for another church. If you do not go to that church, you will not die. You will not die. You understand? So look for another church and just pack yourself, dust your slippers, and walk away. That's it. Because that is where you start hearing things like, rape, molestation, blah blah blah, and all that, and it comes up like that. Please. And another thing I want to speak on is the fact that it could be this stuff, like I said, could be for clouds. She could just be using it to chase clouds. So if you know you tarnish people's images just because of, you want to talk, you want your voice to be heard, you want people to hear you, please, I beg you in the name of God, please stop it. If that man is an anointed man of God, like from God, no matter what you do, it will tell on you. You start running a tasket one of these days and be like, I don't know why it happened. Please, I beg of you. So, like, I just feel like those are the few points I can place here now. Please, make sure you have a relationship with God. That's another thing. Because God cannot, or should I say, the spirit within you will not allow you go somewhere that you it will cause problem for you. So please, I beg you in the name of God, don't just because like I said, students, we are very fond of that thing. Once they say, our church, they are sharing rice, hey, everybody will follow. You will see, even people that they don't go to church, they've never attended church before, because they say they want to share something there. And most people too, they go to church because of, I say that pastor or that prophet. If you go, you will see into your great grandmother's. But we're not saying those people are not from God. Test all spirits and know which one is true and which one is from God, and discern. So, but at least open your eyes. I see God helping us. I just see God helping us actually. It is well. Oh. So that's just the end of my rant. I feel. Yeah, that's just the end of my rant. And yes, a little update. We should have started our interviews. It's just that the cost of bringing in guests and cost of getting a good um should I say a good background or a good area for the interviews are like choking. So I think for now, um I just feel like we should just continue with how we are. So if you have not subscribed, if you've come to on this video and you've not subscribed, please do so. And it also came to our notice that some people subscribe but they don't turn on the notification bell. So if you don't turn on the notification bell, you will not be able to know if I have posted something new. You understand? So that's that for that. And also we are on Instagram at Let's Talk with Abby, or it's just underscore Let's Talk with Abby. Yes. Also you can type in conversations unspoken. You see our logo. You can join, follow us on Instagram. Trust me, if you do so, we are dropping, like I said in the previous video, we drop snippets of like um guest ministers giveaways, and we've not started the giveaways because I mean we've not gotten to 50k. I said 50k. We've not gotten to 50 subscribers yet. So please, I would advise us and I will plead with us. Um, there's a catchy stuff here. Once you are able to at least share to, and not just sharing, you know, like when you share, the people they will subscribe. We are going to, if you can get us 5 people, we're going to be going on with an airtime gift. Yes, an airtime gift from us to just say thank you for being part of our tribe, our conversation tribe. Also, um, I would like us to drop um topics of what you feel we should talk about. I want us to drop topics. Like the person that drops the most interesting topic to you will collect something. You. Yes. You collect something specifically from me. I think cash. Yes. You get cash from me. No matter how small, sha. But you collect cash from me. Yes. So please drop your what topic you feel like, oh, you want someone to talk about this topic. We have a lot of topics, so we have a lot of things to talk about. I just want to bring this because I know this is just like our second video here, so you cannot expect us to just start talking about things just all of a sudden, you know. So we just have to like blend in with the environment, with the community, like, you know, like and then we move from there, you understand. So drop your topics. You could drop topics about sex, you could drop topics about love, marriage, you can drop topics about chemical. You can drop topics about chemical too. I promise you, I will do research and come and talk about it. Anything you want us to talk. That's why it is conversations unspoken. I'm looking at this side instead of this side. Anyway, that is why it is conversations unspoken. Conversations that you've never heard. Like even if we have been hearing about it, people have not been really talking about it. You understand? We will always help you to expand and expatiate with our guest ministers. I said guest ministers. I'm used to this church stuff, but yes, with our guest speakers. Um, we're planning on bringing someone, but let's see. Let's get to 50 subscribers first, and then we move from there. Just 50, and then we move from there. But I see what you guys are doing. I see your massive. Some people are not even. They come directly to my um DMs on WhatsApp, because I know most of people that are here, they are from WhatsApp. So they come directly to my DM and they're like, "Oh wow, that's an amazing start. You can do more, keep up with the good work." And I see all your encouragement, I see all your show of love, I see you sharing my, I see some people too are sharing my stuff here. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. I love you. I really don't want to go anyways. I really don't want to go, but I have to. And If you can see a great turn up by this time next week, I should be dropping another content. I have one content like that. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, it's Let's Talk with Tabby. Conversations Unspoken, and I am your host, Zion Abigail. Till we meet again, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing, keep commenting, and also please do not forget to turn on that notification button and follow us on Instagram. Yeah, yes, follow us on Instagram. Till we meet again, same place. I won't say same time, but same place next time. Bye.